Hey guys, Matt from Back Yourself Fitness here and welcome to another mobility series video. Sorry it's been a couple of weeks between drinks with these videos. We've been organising a lot of back of house stuff for podcasts, so if you haven't seen already or haven't heard already, we've started our own podcast up and we're looking at a lot of mindset issues that people may run into. We've got guests coming on, obviously talking to the other Back Yourself trainers, and we're going to talk to other trainers as well. So if you haven't already, jump on and subscribe to the Back Yourself podcast. I believe it's a good listen. Mobility series today. Everything we've done so far for our mobility series, we've focused on our lower half. Purely because I believe day to day, lower back and hips and quads and hamstrings and glutes are super tight when it comes to exercise. Very restrictive on your flexibility and mobility during exercise. What I want to address today is something that we get day to day, and we're going to work on our posture. So all loosening up and activation of our posture muscles. So what I mean by that is basically trying to pull ourselves away from here and get ourselves to here. Relax our shoulders away from our neck. What you're going to need for today, massage ball. You can use a tennis ball, but I find a massage ball or a trigger point ball will work the best. You'll find those lovely points the best. Like I said, we're going to go through some pressure point triggers. Then we're going to look at some activation and just some general stretching to finish it out. All right, neck and up and back. Let's go. All right, so first thing we're going to do is down on the ground. There's 2 points at the base of your neck. So if I roll over, these 2 points here are where we're going to massage. So if you wanted to find those points, it's going to be pretty easy when you put your fingers on them because you're going to feel them. But if you put your hands on the back of your head with your thumbs facing down, your 2 thumbs will sit essentially in the point that we want to work. Now I'm down on the ground and really close to the camera so you can actually see where I put the ball in. So I'm going to lay down and I'm putting that ball on the point to the side of my skull there. And I'm just going to hold it in place. So I found it straight away. Now, if you're not on it, you can just manipulate your head ever so slightly just to find it. So like I said, I'm already on the point. So what I'm going to do is push into that as hard as I can. And not only am I getting tension in my neck, but it's also pulling into my forehead. That's absolutely normal. It'll be a nice release once we get off the ball. If the ball starts to slip, just go ahead and hold it in place with your fingers. Probably hold for about 20 or so seconds. And just relax. On our left side, now we're going to do the right side. So same thing again, ball on the side of the neck, and we're going to be laying back onto it. Now, one side's going to be worse than the other. That's the same with every stretch or every release we do. That's just the way it is. Totally fine. If you feel one side more than the other, totally fine. Still stay on it for the same amount, just so we're even Stevens, but don't stress if one side hurts more than the other. All right. Ball in that position. And we're going to hold and push into it as hard as we can. Once again, if it starts to slip, just hold the ball in place. Probably want to hold, like I said, for about 20 to 30 seconds. And then release and relax. All right, so we're moving on from the neck. We're going to look at a little bit of shoulder stuff now, still with the ball. What we're going to do is we're going to work another pressure point. So our pressure point here
is literally on the back side of our shoulder. So in our rear delts is where we're looking to get it. I've lost the ball. And I'm back. So, ball, back side of the shoulder. And I'm going to lay right on top of that ball. So my shoulders are stacked. The point of my shoulders facing the roof. And once again, like the neck, just manipulate it. There it is. And find that point. So you can see I've stretched my arm out towards the camera. And I'm pushing directly down onto my shoulder. With these points, you will know when you're on them, okay? And if you can't find them straight away, it's cool. Just have a bit of a play around, okay? So it's just the tiniest little movement, and then you'll find it. So pushing in, how's the hat hair? Pushing into point on the shoulder. So the reason we hold our arm out in front is because it moves where our muscles sit. If we sit by our side, our shoulders actually roll down. Lifting our arm up opens it all up and lets the ball dig in a little bit deeper. Same thing, we want to hold for 20 or 30 seconds on each side. When I flip sides, you'll really be able to see where the ball sits. If you get pins and needles in your hand, totally normal. If you don't, it's all good as well. All right. Taking the ball, I'll put it on the other side. So, underneath, real backside of the shoulder, stacking my shoulders on top of each other so they point towards the roof, arms out in front, manipulate it around, there it is, and push onto that ball. It will hurt, so we got to breathe through it. Worst thing you can do is hold your breath. Next one we're going to do is vary what our neck is doing. So if you can see what my head's doing when I turn to the side, this gap here is what we're going to work on. So common things people suffer from with their posture, it's either chins lifted or heads pushed forward. So we're going to try and work these little muscles down the back of our neck so they can hold our head in place properly. You'll need to sit against a wall for this one. You don't want to sit fully straight against it, so my lower back's off it a little bit, but I'm going to try and pull my shoulder blades back, and you can see my head lifts away from the wall. I'm turned on the side, so it's going to be a little bit worse. So I'm pulling my shoulder blades back, and what you're going to do here, looking forward, so my head's relaxed, I'm going to pull my chin on top of, or pull my chin into my body. So I'm trying to think, stack my head on top of my neck. So me relaxed, shoulders back, pull my head in, and we're going to hold for 10 seconds. We're going to relax. So for me, I'm thinking about my chin because naturally my chin wants to lift up. What I need to think is shoulders back, pull my chin into my body, stack my head on top of my spine. It's the slightest of slight moves, but yeah, it works. If you can't feel it, it's all good. If you're, and relax. If you're naturally tight through your shoulders or neck, just spend a little bit more time loosening your neck up before trying to do these ones. It's okay if you spend more time, like you might add in some foam rolling between your shoulder blades as well. My shoulders aren't necessarily so tight, but you can see my posture is not ideal. So we're gonna go through and do 10 of these, holding for 10 seconds each. So same again, shoulders back, up straight, pull my chin onto my body. And relax, reset, go again. So the more of these I'm doing, I feel at the base of my neck and at the tip of my neck as well. So you want to do 10 of these, holding for 10 seconds on each. So, simple stuff. If you're a gum chewer, the sides of your neck, like I'm a gum chewer, the sides of your neck are going to work harder than the back of your neck. So, sounds silly, but don't chew gum while you do this stuff. Because it'll take away from where we're trying to work. We're trying to strengthen these guys up at the back and take tension off what's going on through the sides. All right, so we've just come from our postural exercises on the wall. Now we just kind of want to stretch our neck out a little bit. So we've thrown a little bit of trauma or stress at our neck, be it from the pressure point ball or doing the posture exercises against the wall. So we want to give our neck a chance to stretch out. What we're going to do is we're going to lay stomach down with our head turned on the side. So if you do yoga, you might do this one. If you don't, what you're going to do is lay stomach down and you're going to essentially try and listen to the ground. So I lay palms up, turn my head on the side, and I'm trying to get my ear flat to the ground. I'm keeping my shoulder blades away from my neck, and I'm just going to hold. You'll just get this little dull stretch down the side of our neck. I'm going to hold this for about 45 to 60 seconds. Nice and relaxed. We don't have to stress this one. Now very slowly we change sides. Oh, feel that stretch through our neck. Same thing, shoulders away from our neck, ear directly down or as close to the ground as, or flat to the ground as you can get it. One side will be looser than the other. Coming back to the middle, just relax your head. So I've been up close and personal in all these videos, or all the demonstrations I should say today, purely because it's the slightest of slight moves that'll get the neck muscles working and shoulder muscles working the way we want it. If you don't have a massage ball, like I said, tennis ball's fine. For your neck, like I said at the top, you can use your thumbs to dig in there. It's a good one if you're at work sitting at an office desk and you're a little bit under the pump. If your posture needs a little bit more stretching, just our stock standard door frame stretches, so arm on the door frame, turn away to stretch our chest out a little bit. Like I said at the start, Subscribe to our YouTube channel and subscribe to our podcast so you can stay up to date with everything that we do. I hope this eases some tension off everyone's necks and shoulders because everyone just needs to bloody relax, hey? Okay, see you in the next episode. Happy stretching, happy rolling, stay loose.